Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play 35 plus years of Advanced Squad Leader. Today is not exactly what I was hoping for. We're in a bit of I don't know what to say, not crush, chaos mode here, where I was hoping to have a game with Rob, but we both kind of ran out of time getting a scenario set up that would really work. So instead of having an hour or 20, 30 plus minutes of trying to do a setup live, I just figured, well, screw it, we'll push it to next week, and I will take care of an old scenario that I meant to get to at some point or another. Um, but that is small enough that I can solo it and not feel too bad about it. So this scenario is said scenario. It is a scenario from Broken Ground Designs. Now, Broken Ground Designs is more or less known for their counters. They have a lot of custom counters that they've made. Um, I don't know if I've ever actually shouted out their website. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, so www.brokenground.design. Like I said, it's a very blog posty website, but that's more just to say that it's a very small endeavor. I believe it's a one-man show. I could be wrong, and there might be maybe like one or two other people, but essentially, they have the means to print counters, and they use that in order to print stuff that you might not normally see in other developers, other publishers out there. I think the first thing that really comes to mind whenever you're grabbing any of their counter sets is they do have a goofy set, which is kind of funny. But they also have counters that are full color. So if you're looking to have custom counters that have vehicles, even infantry, and they don't have the sort of just black and white or whatever design that you might see with, say, MMP or some third-party developers or publishers, I should say, you can find full color sets with them. I think Broken Grounds has a counter like set for everybody. I'm looking on their website right now, like Chinese KMT, Maoists. They've got the Allies, Axis miners, Allied miners, Americans, um, Berserkers. There's some funny counters that they have. Finns and Friends, Free French, Germans, etc., etc., etc. The counters, I believe all the prices are in U.S. on the website. I could be wrong on that one, but frankly, if you've ever lost counters or you have maybe you bought, I don't know, Stalingrad or uh, any of the regular modules and they didn't come with nationality sets, you're missing counters or whatever. Honestly, outside of bugging MMP directly and seeing if maybe they have an extra counter sheet or two that they can lend or send your way for a discounted price or whatever, go with Broken Ground Designs. Like I said, they've got some fantastic stuff. I have a buddy locally that has probably all of their sets, for better or for worse. Um, and yeah, like I said, it's well worth it. They have some custom, like I said, with some comedy counters and whatnot. But I think one thing that most people really enjoy with the counter sets is that they have some sniper counters, and the sniper counters come with the sniper number on them. So you don't have one sniper counter and you have to try and remember what the sniper number is every time. You have a sniper counter with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have 6 sniper counters. And like I said, that's pretty nice, all things told. Um, Someday maybe I'll buy a pack and I'll be able to do more of a deep dive into them. But for what you can see on previews on their website, it's a lot of high quality stuff. Yeah, if you're looking for extra counters, it's hard to recommend anybody else. The only other group I know that does counters that are kind of print on demand type idea is Critical Hit. And, well, I mean, you've probably got an opinion of Critical Hit by now. Now, the scenario itself. Broken Ground Designs came out with a scenario pack. I believe it's 8 scenarios. I could be wrong on that one. It's been a while since I checked all the scenarios in here. Um, a lot. Well, some of them revolve around early war or even pre-war stuff, like today's scenario in the 1920s. Um, there's several special scenario rules that you'll find with a lot of the scenarios. At least the two I can see right now definitely have some. And Yeah, we'll see just how well these do or do not play. Now, this scenario, a new kind of cavalry, features Poles versus Bolsheviks or Russians, depending on how you want to call them. The Reds are essentially trying to stop the Polish from retaking some territory, defending their land, etc. We have special rules in this include EC is moderate, kindling is not available, some pretty standard stuff. A couple overlays, nothing too egregious, really just some open ground on the right side of the board. Um, Assault fire is not applicable. This is going to hurt the Poles for at least somewhat. Russian early war doctrine applies. Really, the only thing that this is going to affect is some CC dice rolls. And I guess I did exchange a leader for a Compsar. That should be the only differences, really. Outside of that, because this is in between wars, there's a very special rule here. It's a little lengthy, so bear with me here. A good order squad or half squad may not expend movement factors in more than one location during the movement phase unless either accompanied by a single man counter or by first passing a restricted infantry movement TC or RIM TC. Exception offboard entry is always unrestricted. A unit that fails a RIM TC may still use assault movement. There's an exception where an original RIM TC DR of 12 pins the unit. Double time is not applicable for any, or not allowed, I guess, for any squad or half squad unaccompanied by a single man counter. So kind of going with World War I rules here, where if you want to be able to do anything, you have to kind of be in possession of a leader with that squad. So very important to know and understand that. Otherwise, you just move one hex per turn, essentially. Uh, Rule G1.611 applies to both sides. This is a rule for the Japanese, which basically say that the only units that can use support weapons of certain types, like medium machine guns, heavy machine guns, must be accompanied by a crew or possessed by a crew. Otherwise, you get penalties for using them. It might just be a +1, but honestly, why ever give yourself the positive DRMs? And lastly, at least 2 armored fighting vehicles must enter on each board edge. This is important because the Polish get to enter on 2 board edges, the south and west edges, which is pretty permissive, but we'll get to that. Soviets or the Bolsheviks have to set up within 6 hexes of M1. This gives them a wide coverage of the village that they're in already, but it kind of ignores a lot of the buildings on the west here. And I mean, while it's nice that there's a lot of open ground, there is some stuff to potentially break that up. Lastly, like I said, there's 5 tanks, so all these tanks have to come in on a road hex, which is the only real important thing here. Otherwise, they're kind of free reign at doing anything they want. And the victory condition for today, at least this scenario, is Poles win if 2 or more armored fighting vehicles with a functioning main armament exit a north edge via a road hex. So what does that mean? That means that the tanks that come in, the 5 tanks, must attempt to exit either off of I-1 or Q-1. That's not too hard, thankfully, but it is very important because, well, yeah. I'm actually going to hate myself if somehow I've already played this one because I'm seeing I have a save, and that's usually a bad sign. Because usually I've checked all this sort of stuff. Okay, I didn't play this one. I must have, maybe I tried to prep it and it just didn't happen. Cool. So yeah, Poles have won twice already. There's only been 2 games of this played, which is very surprising. I would have assumed that more people would have dug their or sunk their teeth in this, but we'll see. I do think there's a very big liability, but I'll get to it at the end of today's stream because I don't really want to cloud my judgment too much on this one. So uh, the Russians set up and then the Polish attack first, so we'll just dive right into it at this point. Sniper for the Russians. I'm going to put it over on the right. I think I might be more vulnerable there. And the Polish, I think there's not much any opportunity outside of like L2. They're gonna be able to hit anything, so I need it somewhere there. Cool. That's it for that. There's no special weather stuff, so we'll just roll for weather. No change. Rally phase, nothing. Prep fire, nothing. Movement phase. So it's important to note that all the Russians are concealed, and they have some dummies because the Poles are coming in from off board. I guess technically I should probably bore sight, but whatever. I don't think it's gonna matter that much, especially considering playing against myself. So first things first, I'm gonna declare CX with a couple units here. And I'm going to have to try and get them on board without them dying. So they will come in on A2 for 1, 2, bypass 3, which I don't know if anybody can see them. Yeah, I'm gonna say nobody can. They'll get into D1 for 4, and at that point, I have a real big question to ask myself. Damn it, I thought that was a real guy. Yeah, I don't know if I could see him. So they'll get into E2 for 6, and they'll lose concealment there. I might... Yeah, I really don't have options there. Outside of... Do I take... What is that, an 8? 8 up 2? It's not the worst in the world, and I don't know if I can really get them to strike harder. And unfortunately, it's not all buildings are, stone or woods or whatever. So you know what? I think I'll take the shot, and we'll see if I can get something out of this. So I'm going to have 4 conscript squads shoot. It's outside of their range, so it's all halved. So like I said, this is 8 total. Yeah, 8 total. It's down 1 for non-assault movement, up 2 for building. No, unfortunately, no bueno. I guess small favors. I do get residual there. But that's kind of... I think that's kind of how this is going to go here. Okay. Sorry, itchy. I will have another group not declare CX. I will come in on A5, which is technically a road hex because the road does straddle A5, A6. So 1, I'm pretty sure I lose concealment here. So 2, does anybody want to take a shot? Can anybody take a shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what? Why not? Big money, big risks. That clips this building, which really sucks. So I will roll for effect, but nothing will happen. I should probably put my sniper numbers in at the very least. Allies is 2. Yeah. Allies is 2, and they're 4. Cool. So that was 2 to get here. I don't think I want to shoot at them with anybody else. 4 and 5. That's also the max that those greens would be able to go, because I'm not CXing. Oh, you know what? No, it's conscripts I'm thinking of. Greens are fine. Cool. I will then have a stack off board, declare CX. They will go to R10 for 1. They will immediately lose concealment because, I mean, somebody here is real. 2. Oh, that might be a clean shot. Okay, I gotta take that then. MMG and N3 is gonna reveal and try to shoot at the moving guys. That is a clean shot, range 8. So it's a 4 down 2. That is a miss. That is a complete miss. Yep. All right, and no rate of fire, which is terrible. You know what? Actually, it makes so much more sense for me to declare oh my god, what's a fire lane. I need to get into the habit of declaring more fire lanes like that. So fire lane will go off board. It's an alternating grain, which I kind of wish. I wish there was a main counter for this instead of having to do. Do they not have? Oh, that's so horrible. Why do they not have one for? All right. Well, I need to do alternating, essentially. Cool. So it's going to be this. And I believe because of this. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I'm thinking of this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the bottom one there in Q9 would be reduced to a 1 because of the grain there. I believe that's how that works. If I'm wrong, please sound off in the comments. Anyways, they moved there for 2. 3. Do I have anybody else that can shoot? I don't think so. 4. 6. I still don't have anybody with line of sight, really. And 8. Because there is a building in the way, so it cuts a lot of line of sight. I guess technically, are these... it's a 4 up 1. You know what? 4 up 1. Damn it. 2 residual. Okay. Well, this fire lane does cause problems for me. Because now I can't really go where I want to. Which, again, you know, if you're doing... yeah, if you're doing stuff, you should fire lane. I'm pretty sure this is a legal fire lane, too. Because it's just... you can start on an alternate. As long as you have line of sight till the end, it should be fine. But yeah, I don't have a way to really get where I want to go. So I think I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4.5, 6. And I think I might take the opportunity to reveal this machine gun and try to shoot at them. I don't think that touches... man, that's the corner. But does a lumberyard count the entire hex? Probably not. Please tell me no. Lumberyard is in buildings. Lumberyard. Wouldn't accept blah blah blah. Bypass. Okay. I need the terrain chart. Lumberyard. Why is that not in there? I can't believe I gotta go to like 4 different charts here. Please tell me there's one with lumberyard. No? Why is... Why is lumberyard the one that I can't find? Alright. Belly aching. Why? It's the same as a house. Cool. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna assume that in all respects means it needs to cross um, some of the woods for that to happen, but it doesn't. So it is a 4 -1 for non-assault movement, +1, so it's a 4 flat. 5 on 4 is a normal morale check. No, it's a 1 morale check. 5 on 4, yeah, 1 morale check. Leader breaks and ELRs 4. Yeah, it should be break and ELR. Morale check, pin, break, break. All right, cool. This is not great, but kind of what I get. Okay, so these guys are first fired. I guess I should, again, in keeping with proper play here, because people don't. If you ever play tournaments, keep that in mind. These guys are looking this way for subsequence and stuff. Anyways, that's it for infantry. I'm going to get the vehicles going here. So the vehicles on the left are not using, are not unbuttoned, mostly because it doesn't matter. You need to have, I don't have a counter for that. All right, cool. Where is Allied Miner? Cool. So the big problem that exists on the west side is that there's no road hexes that get you anywhere. So there's no point being unbuttoned because you're not going to get road movement bonus. In fact, you don't even get it, period. So there's a world where this option is also really silly, and I probably shouldn't have taken it. Either way, yeah, I guess that means I'll just button up everybody. Either way, I'm going to have these tanks come in. And again, they're just spending 1 at a time. So they're there for 2, 3, 4, and 5 in motion. Then over on the bottom, yeah, I guess if I can't do anything that I want, yeah, wow, I really thought that I'd be able to, but I can't. What's the grain's probably just a 1, right? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's my plan now. Instead of going where I want to go, I gotta do a crazy thing. So 1, 2, 3, 2 and 3, 4, 5. And like I said, they're all button up because there's no point otherwise. So you can probably imagine why this is a silly scenario. And I can't wait to see what the after action reports put up. Also, okay, it's not 2 games, it's 1. They put it... Okay. Well, whatever. Thank you for a first post, guys. Cool. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I don't know if I have much, really. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could have done that. Still a 2 flat. Normal morale check, which is surprising. Do I guess technically I have to do leader first. Yeah, leader will fail that, so he'll take a wound check, and he's just wounded. And then we'll do the pinned guy, so he breaks, and then broken guy 1, broken guy 2. Alright, cool. So everybody's broken, but nobody's reduced, I guess. Leader being injured sucks. But I guess c'est la vie. I can take the residuals out. These can go away. Is there any other shots for me to do? I don't think so. Yeah, everybody else is first fired, so it's gonna be tough to do anything. Advancing fire phase. I mean, problem is I know if I'm playing this for real, either every last remaining unit is here or they're spread out. Actually, if you were counting counters, you would know that one of these guys has to be real if these two things exist. If these are fake, or if this guy's real, then you can't have this split because of the number of counters. So that's unfortunate. I don't think I have any advancing fire, if I'm being honest. I mean, I do have a shot from this side, but the leader doesn't have a bonus, and I don't get assault fire. So I'm shooting into a building. Is it worth it? Probably not. Take off defensive. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So those guys. Right. So this stack 07 gets to go from to B7, then Q7, and then they get to stay there. I guess, yeah, I know they have to go there. That's the closest thing that they can do. Nobody else is broken. Pretty sure. Yeah, nobody else is broken, so no other need for it. We go to advances. In the advance phase, I'm going to advance because, again, if you count counters, you can figure it out. Yeah, and if they're real, which you could probably just have like one unit. Nah, I don't think it's possible for those guys to be real if I'm counting counters. D3. I'm trying to think. Can I get these guys across? I'm pretty sure I can, because the crew has 4 movement, both buffed to 6. That's just 3 anyways. Yeah, they should be able to go across, so they go to E3. I don't think I need to move E2. I could move them to F1, but honestly, the issue right now is, do I take half firepower or do I take full firepower with the +1? And I don't think the doubled firepower is worthwhile in this instance. So we'll skip that. We'll do our CC. You have to prove that you have real units, which I can't. So that goes away, and those get deleted. So we go to turn 1 for the Russians. Turn 1 for the Russians. We go to weather. There's no change. Rally phase. Well, I'm going to try and... Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Don't know why I clicked that. I will try to self-rally the leader. I will not get it, sadly, so that goes away. I guess technically I could have attempted a self-rally with the squad, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Nobody else has rally actions to do. So we'll go to prep fire. In the prep fire phase, the only goal here really is that the Russians need to blow up vehicles, or at least get them to, blow up their own gun, which, because that's an incentive, the Polish don't really have a reason to shoot their tanks at all. Yeah, you can kind of see why I'm not a big fan of the design here on this scenario. There's a balance which I think helps a lot, or at least like diversify the scenario, but again, it kind of feels a little weird here. Yeah. So, in order to go for that goal of trying to blow up tanks and be successful here, I think I really only have 2 options here. So, I'm going to try fire group O3 and P2. We'll shoot into Q5. It's a 6 firepower up 2. Didn't get it. But I'm very glad that I didn't use my MMG to shoot at the wounded guys first, because that was my initial inkling. They can see them. It's a 4-up-1. Nope, but they are all DM'd, which is good for the Russians. At least partly. I might have actually messed up there. Don't have rate of fire on the machine gun, which is a travesty. I do have line of sight on E3 from all three of these groups, so I will shoot with them. These guys are firing half. These guys are firing full. So it's a 16 firepower up 2. 8, 10 on 16. Probably a pintash check. Normal morale check. Wow. Leader breaks. Crew breaks. Squads are fine. Alright, cool. I don't understand how greens are surviving this, but alright. And then medium machine gun in K4 will shoot at the first tank in I6. Cool. That breaks the MMG and might cause game over. Movement phase. Everybody shot except for some concealed units, and I don't want to move the concealed units, so we're not going to bother. Defensive fire phase. In the defensive fire phase, I am full firepower, and I will direct all of that against, I guess, the middle guys. So this is 12 firepower plus 8, so 20. The CX will apply, plus the building, so 20 up 3. 11 on 20 is a normal morale check their way. They're fine, and they break. So, exchanging some firepower there. Really wished I could have gotten the medium machine gun to work, but alas. And then change this back down to 0. Same thing with this one. I'm going to have the stack in Q5 is going to shoot at N3, because that's the only other unit that can truly affect what's going on here with the vehicles. So 12 firepower up 3. 12 on 12, pretty sure that is nothing. So we'll go to advanced fire phase. There's none. Routes. There's none that I want to do, which is the important part here. These conscripts, can I see anybody here? No, and no. Ooh, wait a minute. Please tell me I can't see them. No, I'm gonna say that that clips the building, because otherwise they would not be able to route back, which would be very terrible. I guess the question is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't go that way, so can I go here? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, they can go there, and then because I can ignore this building because it gets them closer. I can't see these guys, so their target would have to be J2. So they get the J2. Actually, okay, so that's true, but also they can continue, because apparently if there's another building you can keep going. I keep assuming that if it has to be a continuous hex, like G8, H8, H9. It's a continuous woods. Apparently that's not the case. That's it for routes, realistically. I could... Can these guys in Q7 see them? No, no. And they can see this guy, and that's range 4. Okay, so I can't get closer, so they're just going to stay there, and we'll deal with it. In the advanced phase... This is a very interesting question here. In the advanced phase, do I want to move anybody anywhere? No. Not particularly, so no. CC phase, there is none. We go to turn 2 for polls. Weather, no change. We've got some rallies here to do or attempt. I guess I'll do a self-rally first. I don't get it. So then we'll do the 6 leader. Doesn't get it. DM comes off. I will attempt the leader over on an E3. That's a 10. Nope. And then the crew. It's a +4, so it goes to 8th, and then +1, -1. So the crew comes back. So the machine gun's back in action. The leader's not, which kind of changes some stuff. The commissar will reveal himself, and he will attempt to rally the conscripts, which he will because the +1. +1 for morale and -1 for building. And then repair, did not get it. That sucks. Okay. Prep fire phase, same idea in the prep fire phase because I am not in a rush to get anywhere at this point. So 12 up 3. 8 on 12 is a 1 morale check against the guy with the machine gun. He's fine. That's a bummer. This CX will come off. Yeah, you know what? I've been doing this. I don't think I checked. I didn't, and because I thought that was clean, and that's not. Okay, well, good to know that that is worthless now. So I guess I'll just do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do 12 up 2 against H2. 10 on 12 is Pintash check against conscripts. They're fine. Kind of gross. And then we'll go to movement. Yeah, you know what? I say that, and I still don't really like. I don't really like going here for full firepower, so I guess I'll just do another 12 up 2. Another pin test check. Cool. He's pinned. It's just why expose my guys at any point here? Yeah, it's not a point. Cool. Movement phase. In the movement phase, I have some unfortunate payments to pay here. So this will be 2, and then 4 just to get there. And then we'll do 5. Screw it. They are there for 5. Nobody has any attacks against them, except I guess this machine gun can see them now. So to hit, that's a +2, so no. Do they have any size? No, never mind. Or they have a minus, so even worse. This, like that. Did I have rates? No. I almost feel like I shouldn't ask that. Alright, so 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. Can I? Okay, so technically I can do that, but I believe it counts as CC reaction fire. Okay, so I can attempt. Yeah, okay, so street fighting is in a different section because, of course. The building on both sides of the road is especially vulnerable to CC in that hex. Yeah, so yeah, you're attacked with CC reaction fire. Okay, yeah. So essentially, I'm going to attempt CC reaction fire with the I3 guy first. He has to do a task check. He gets it. He'll get in the hex, and then we go through CC combat. That I don't believe is enough. So street fighting is part of close combat because, of course, rather than being in with the rest of the street fighting rules, Oh, street fighting ambush. I guess technically those guys didn't have. Does why does it say street fighting ambush? Personal DRM. I'm very curious at this writing here, saying a street fighting ambush, which isn't cumulative with the normal CCDRM for ambush. So I guess if you street fight ambush, it's the same as. But those guys aren't concealed, so you can't get ambush, right? That's my understanding here. If I go into CC page here, is there anything here that I get, or I can see? Yeah, I don't see a just street fighting is a -1 or whatever. Anyways, this is super important because um, the roll was a 5. There is a +2 because the vehicle is in motion, so it brings it to a 7. Um, the vehicle does not have a manned or usable machine gun. It just has a 37, which brings it down to 1, down by 1, sorry. So it's a 6. But unfortunately, that's the only minus I think that exists here. So, despite the great roll, it was off by 1 for an effect because I believe, and I could be wrong, I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure you need an equal is immobilized, and anything else is, or after that, it's you go into other stuff, other numbers. Um, yeah, I'm just really curious about this whole street fighting ambush because I know I've done street fighting before, but I've never read it that way. I wonder if there's I don't know if there's any cheat sheet that would let you know because that would be super nice. Ambush, yada yada yada. Okay, if this passes to and the attacks, uh, is there one here that counts for it? Okay, is the fanatic? Sorry, I'm reading an example here, and hoping I get this correct. So, CC is sequential with it happening first, either the 9-2 or 4-6-7. Where is this on the chart? Okay, I see it now. Cool. But the leader would have a +2. The squad ops to attempt. They get it. 5 for squad +1 for leader with the total DRM of -5. German advance into wire to street fight. Pass the Patsy. Then I have to take one C before advancing. Okay, so you just get the minus for street fighting. Okay. Well, they got it, which it would mean that it does immobilize this tank, which is, yeah, it's. I mean, it's a bit of a big deal. Do I have any bad things? No, cool. Because why have functionality here? So that gets immobilized. I just technically, I do need to do a shot back. Uh, I believe. Well, I don't have any usable manned machine guns. Um, but I wonder if there's a value that would be given here. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll say no. All right. Well, that's immobilized. Do I care for attempting anything else? You know what? Mm, I mean, this guy's now in line of sight of that, so maybe I'll take another chance at a Patsy. They'll pass, and then CC. I've rolled super well. Um, I guess technically he's immobilized, so yeah, he doesn't. He's not moving anymore if he's immobile. Um, and the immobilized, I guess, would give more minuses. So he's just kaput. So this gets cloned and is eliminated. I don't believe there's a burn. Ooh, actually, there might be a burning wreck here, which would be very important. So if we go to our chart for CC, squad is normally a 5. I rolled a 5. The vehicle is not in motion anymore because it's a mobile. Pretty sure that's how that works. It has no usable gun or anything, or it has no usable machine gun, I should say. So that's a -1, so it brings that down to a 4. Um, there's it's immobilized, so there's another -1, so that's -2, brings it to a 3, and street fighting ambush brings that down to a 2. So yeah, I believe that turns into a burning wreck. And the reason why this is not great is because it does mean that just there's less visibility. It also means that these guys have to pay more to go through, so I'm going to opt out of that with their last movement point because I was at 4. Pretty sure I was at 4. Because I was going to do an excessive street breakdown to get into bypass, which I can't do anymore. Cool. That's it for movement. Everybody's in motion. Defensive fire phase, I don't really have anything I can do. I mean, I guess I'll take a shot with 5 firepower up 2. Nope. But it does read the end the leader, which is nice. I don't have a shot against these guys, but I guess I'll do the 6 up 2. 8 on 6. Pin test check, sure. 2, 3, 4. 2 guys are pinned, so 1 leader in the middle squad, and then nothing else, which doesn't matter because I'm not really planning on doing anything with them. And I don't have anything else to do here, so we'll go to advanced fire phase. In the advanced fire phase, nothing. So we'll go to routes. Oops. Go to routes. I don't have any routes to do. Leader's going to stay where he is. Doesn't have to leave. These guys don't have to leave either. So we'll go to advances. In the advance phase, I'm going to move these guys up. And I think now if I can split the shots, it'll be just as well. That's it for advances. CC phase, none. We go to Russian turn 2. Russian turn 2, we'll take off our pins. Weather is fine. Rallies and stuff. So Russians first, they have the one thing to try and repair. They will get their machine gun back, which is nice a little bit. Poles will attempt to self-rally a leader. They won't get it. They will attempt to self-rally a leader. They also won't get it. Goddamn. Prep fire phase. In the prep fire phase, I will attempt medium machine gun against I5. Nope. No rate either, which seems pretty standard. Medium machine gun against H3. Also, no. Breaks the machine gun. God damn it. I just need to stall this right side, so I'll do 6 up 2. Nope. Cool. I will attempt some melee shenanigans, but I think I'll do a 12 up 3. Okay, really good roll. 6 on 12, 2 morale check. That's going to be really tough to pass here. Leader breaks, break, break, and break. 2 of them, I believe, ELR. So we'll just do the stack. And 2 of them are stuck. That's not good. Especially, all things considered. It's really not good. Okay, movement phase. I can use, well, actually, I can just wait till the advanced phase. Doesn't matter. Cool. I'm just going to remove this because I don't care to see it anymore. Defensive fire phase. I'm going to attempt a 12 up 2. 7 on 12 is a 1 morale check against the 2 447s. Break and break. That ELRs both, I believe. No, wait. It ELRs the second guy. First guy breaks. Second guy ELRs and breaks. I did not get rate of fire. Stacking Q5, 12 up 2. 7 on 12. It's another 1 check. They're fine. God damn. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes. These guys must route, so I'm going to send them towards the Commissar. I don't think I have any other routes I want to do on either side. Yeah, not really. Advances, I need to shore up this position and hope that I can get those guys going. I guess technically I should have moved that guy, whatever. MMG can stay there for now? No, I'm going to send... No, wait, can I? MMG is 5. It means they have 2 movement. It would take all of theirs and they would go CX, I think, doing that. So probably not. I'm just going to hope for the best, I guess. Yeah. Cool. CC. Oh, you know what? I could do... in the advanced phase, I could still attempt that. But that's super risky. Is that worth it? You know what? Nothing ventured. They're pinned. I think they're 1 patsies because they're conscripts. Yeah, I don't have anything else. No CC. We go to turn 3 for the polls. Weather, no change. Yeah, this blaze can't spread. So I'm really just waiting for a blaze or something to happen, realistically. Yeah, rally phase. I will attempt a self-rally over here. I get it, which is cool. I will attempt the leader. Leader won't get it. Leader gets it. Leader doesn't get it. Cool. Prep fire phase. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I'm skipping stuff. Rallies. So the 7 guy first makes it, and the other guy does not. They're already conscripts, so they get shot. This guy comes back. That goes away. Repair. Get it. Okay. Well, that just reinforces the 12 up 2. 5 on 12. Maybe this time 2 morale check. Finally. They can't ELR, but they break. Um, okay, so I have an option between H2 and H1. I think I'm going to take the 12 up 2 against H1. 11 on 12, nothing. No rate either? God damn. Okay. Movement phase. Alright, I got a traffic jam here that I got to work around. So, these guys are going to turn for 1. Bypass for 3 total. This guy's going to attempt to street fight because they're in bypass. They need to pass Patsy, which they do. And then CC, they're in motion, so nothing will happen there. Especially they're inexperienced. I think they get a +1. Um... Alright. So they got there for 3, and then they will continue and bypass for 5. And I really need to try and stop this, so I'm going to attempt Patsy with 1 guy in H1. I'm going to double check this just to make sure I'm doing this correctly here. I'm pretty sure that unit substitution talks about greens and they have to take an increased Patsy. Inexperienced. Let's take a 1 task check. Yeah, okay. So, 1 task check on this guy. He does not pass it, so he's pinned. Cool. Conscript over here against I1. He passes. Triggers a sniper. Sniper doesn't activate. CC. Jesus Christ, how am I getting... there is a street fighting ambush is included in this, and they're inexperienced. So CCV is 5 because they're a squad. It goes down to 4 because they are inexperienced. I don't think there's any other modifier. So they start at a 4. They rolled a 3. This is increased by 2 for being in motion. And then -1 for no usable gun. As far as I can tell. So they are immobilized. This really sucks because immobilized you can't fix that. And then they will go back and they are first fire. Cool. It doesn't really, I mean, it sucks, but I kind of want, I'm going to try to blow them up. Task check, it's a 1 task check, they're pinned. Okay, do I try with these guys? I don't think they can go do anything else, really. I mean, they can go around. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try and blow it up. Now, I'm not sure if... So, they passed the Patsy. They might... Maybe that's when you do an ambush. I don't know if you can street fight and ambush. Although, they get the ambush anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Jesus. Okay, fine. I mean, I guess I just, like, constantly get... great CC numbers today with the Russians. So it's a 4, I think I rolled. Pretty sure it's a 4. Yeah, 4. So 4, it's immobilized. There's already a -1 for an unarmed vehicle. Or no usable machine gun. And then a -2... Sorry, another -1 for being immobilized. So it's -2 plus ambush, which is -3. So that is another burning wreck. All right, let's flip this over, put a burn. And I am kind of worried I'm going to have to take a pause here. Okay, so get this out of the way. Movement 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys shot. Is there anybody else I can move? I mean, technically the leader, so I can do this as an assault move. It doesn't really matter. Is there anything else I can do? No. Defensive, 6 up 2. Nope. And I don't really have any other shots. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes, maybe a couple here. So these guys are broken, and I don't. I'll keep them there for now and hope. These guys don't need to move. Yeah, I'll just go to advance, which I don't have any advances to do, except this 457 is going to go to Q6. And I'm going to take a small break here. All right, sorry about that. Cool. So, like I said, advances, getting F3, squad, and Q6. I don't have any CC I can do or that I care to do. So we'll go to turn 3 for the Russians here. We'll bring this back down to 0, blah, blah, blah. That guy's going to have to take a normal task check, which is unfortunate, in order for him to move. Yeah. Well, in any case, weather, no change. Take off pins. Weather. Rally. Let's do our rally that didn't work, and then we'll do the conscripts over here, which I will surprisingly get. I got some rootin' luck over here. The Polish side, I might as well try this guy first. I will get it, thankfully. And then I need 7s or less 3 times. Okay. Fine. Give them to me. And then over here, self-rally, I don't get the leader back. Or, sorry, I don't get the leader back. Cool. Well, prep our phase. I mean, in the prep fire phase, I can just attempt a Pats. Oh, no, wait. Can you do a street trading as... Or does it have to be in the CC phase? I might actually have to wait till the CC phase for that. Yeah, I might have to wait till the CC phase. So, in light of that, I will take 12 firepower up 3. God damn it. Okay. This guy has to move, which I'm going to have to take a task check against that. 6 up 2. 6 on 6 of 1 morale check. Leader breaks. Squad breaks. Squad breaks. And last guy's fine. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. Takes a task check because the leader broke. He's fine. Sniper doesn't activate. Is there anything else I can do? No. Movement. In the movement phase, this guy attempts a task check. Which, is there any modifier? No. I don't actually think he needs to, because I can only move 1 hex. So, yeah, you know what? He's just gonna go there, I guess, and then I can advance. He's only got 2 move. Yeah, he can only do that. Yeah, these guys should be able to... Well, they'd have to take a patsy. Yeah, they'll have to take one anyways. So yeah, I'll just leave them there. Leader will... assault move there. And then both these guys in K2 will assault move to J1. Defensive. 8 up 2. No. But they're DM'd. 12 up 1. 6 on 12 is 2 morale check. Break and break, which is good. Yeah, those guys are dead, I think. Yeah, those guys will be dead. So I don't need to shoot at them. Oops. I don't need to shoot at them anymore. So I will try a 12 up 2. No. Um, yeah, is there anything else I can do? These guys, yeah, I can't really shoot with anybody. Everybody else is preoccupied. Advanced fire phase, none. Routes. So in the route phase, take off these counters. In the route phase, these guys have to try and run away. They can't go to I2 because they'll be adjacent to a tank. They can't go to well, I guess technically they can go to I1. Just that by going there, they both take a interdiction. So they get uh, did they go together? I know. I don't know if both squads can go together. So I'll do first guy. He fails it. He's reduced. Second guy is also reduced. And then they continue. Can they go? I guess technically. No, they have to go there. They go to J0. This guy, you know what? I'm not going to bother with it anymore. Well, I can get the leader in there, but it doesn't really matter because they can self-rally. You know what? They'll stay just so they're still in possession. Advanced phase, that guy goes in. These guys both will go there. You can go there, and these guys... Patsy, he's fine. Patsy, he's not fine. Cool. In CC, there is one as a street fight. He's already done his Patsy, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to do it anymore. He is in motion. I just don't have the counter for him. Because I'm pretty sure immobilized does not count for everybody. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that one. But it'd be +2, -2. Yeah, so cancels each other out. Nothing happens. This guy is in melee. We go to turn 4. Right. Weather. No change. Rallies. I guess, yeah, technically these guys would have gone back there or whatever. Self-rally squad. Don't get it. Leader. Doesn't get it. God damn, really? Other leader. Doesn't get it. I'm... Okay. Can't rally these guys. And... over here, leader will assist just so that they don't take the +1 for self-rally. So gets it to a 9, and then -1 for not self-rallying. Cool. I can't believe that worked. Ugh, alright, well, prep fire. 2 squads, 8 up 2. 7 on 8, 1 morale check. Leader first, pin, and pin. Not that helpful, but whatever. 12 up 1. 5 on 12. 2 morale check. He breaks. 12 flat. Right? Pretty sure I've checked that, and... that might be Shadow. I know I checked one earlier, but I feel like that's like... I don't know about that one. I feel like that should be seen. Like, why? Like, compare this having no black shadow, no, like, outline or whatever, and this one having kind of a darker one. I don't know. I'm going to say it's fine, but again, if you disagree, please let me know. I would actually love to see what, excuse me, what the interpretation. You know what? There is wire. There's Um, yeah. Well, you know what? I'll just say they can't. Which is a real bummer. Because if you're playing physically with the boards, you would have to check for if you could see clearly on both sides of the line. Vassal's imperfect. If you zoom in, you can tell that it's actually looking from like the upper part of the circle versus anything else. So, whatever. It's not the end of the world at the end of the day. Um, yeah, movement phase. So, in the movement phase, this guy has to try and move. He doesn't. So, he stops. That sucks. Does that cause anything? Well, this guy can't react anyways. Um, oops. Over here, these guys are in movement, so can I get there? I think I can pay a combined. I think I'm allowed to combine this as a 3. Because I'm paying 1 to turn and then going into bypass. And then this is 5, declaring non overrun. Which then, I mean, first guy will take. Do they have to take a patsy? This is the one thing that always bugs me. Is I always hear patsy is like when you go into, if you're advancing into a hex with a vehicle, but if a vehicle goes into your hex, would you not have to, do a check? Vehicle, is there anything I can see here that might point out that? Because I swear I've seen that before just to confuse me. Vehicles, overruns. Is there anything here that says in the movement before I check overruns? Because I'm not doing an overrun. But it always feels very weird that a vehicle can just drive into your hex and everybody's fine with it. Type idea. Overruns. Maybe I have to check the chart. All right, let's check the overrun chart. So if I'm not declaring an overrun, okay, so vehicle enters defender's location. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not bypassing. There's no concealed personnel, so I don't have to worry about that. Terrain effects, yada, yada, yada. Defense first fire. So I can CC reaction fire with the guys. Cool. If there are no known enemy units, vehicle entered may now declare block. We're not looking at that. I'm not. There's no vehicle. There's no possessed. There's no concealed. Okay. So I'm pretty sure they don't take a patsy, but I can take CC shots with them. So I will do the conscripts first. Neither of them are successful. And now there was a big old CC on those guys. That's it for movement. Defensive, I don't think. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to do this. Could I have done that too? They'd be CX'd. But I kind of need them to be there, so that's fine. I mean, knowing what I do know now, and I can't really get past. I don't think I could access the speed breakdown to get anything valuable, so maybe staying there is the optimum thing. And I'll just move afterwards. Cool. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. These guys get re-DM'd. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do 6 up 2. We'll do the classic battle. No. Cool. Advanced fire phase? None. Cool. Routes. In the route phase, this guy is actually eliminated because there's nowhere for him to go. These guys have to move. I'm not actually sure. Can I see there? No. Okay, cool. So these guys can go down. Are they getting closer to this guy? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No. I can go here and then there. Cool. So they get in with the commissar. These guys don't have shots. They can't do anything to them. Or at least I'm pretty sure they can't. And then that's it for advances. Or sorry, that's it for routes. Advances. Is there any advances I care to do? Can I do? Is it worth doing? I mean, I can do this and this, I guess. I could shoot into this to break them. It's probably the only thing I can really do. CC phase. We'll do the melee first because that's just ongoing. Pretty sure. I mean, you're always getting the street fighting. I'm pretty sure because he's in bypass. So it's a -2. He's not in motion because he had to stop because he was bad. Yeah, I think it's just a straight -2, which will eliminate him because you guessed it. It's not a burning wreck. And then over here, I got 2 attempts. I'm gonna try the 447 first. That didn't work. The conscripts might, if that actually succeeds, that's gonna suck so much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So 3, they're a half squad, so they start at 3, which is a positive. Because they're inexperienced, they get a -1, so they needed 2 essentially. There's +2 for for them being in motion, the vehicle. So it brings that to a 5. And then that goes down to a 4 because of the no usable guns or anything. So this gets flipped. No success. We go to turn 4 Russians. Weather, still no change. Take off pins. Rallies. In the rally phase, we'll do the 2 rallies here. I will get both because they're increased -1, ignore DM. Yeah, I'll get both. All right. I really annoyed here by these Russians. I will try for Poles. I finally get this leader back. He will bring back both of these squads. Hooray. I don't get that stack back. Cool. Prep fire phase. I don't have... I mean, 4 up 1? No. Tried. I think that was worth it. I'll do a fire group. We'll do 10 up 2. Because why not? 8 on 10, definitely a morale check. 8 on 10's probably a 1 check. No? Alright, well, he's pinned. Did I get rate? I did get rate. Is it worth it? 4 up 2? No. Nah, I'm not going to bother. Cool. That's it for prep fire that I really care to do. Movement phase. These conscripts are going to assault move. Actually, they can't assault move. They normal move into I2. No, wait. They can assault move. So they will. It's not going to make a difference. Both of these conscripts will assault move. I don't think I can see them with anybody. And these guys with the MMG have to normal move to J2. Or, you know what? They're going to go to K2. K2 is a better option. Because Blaze here is going to block stuff. That's it for movement. Defensive fire phase. Stack 12 up 3. No, 2. I will break. I don't break the machine gun. Okay. Nothing happens, and then I will shoot into a melee because the vehicle is unaffected. So I'm really only I can only affect the infantry there. It's a 12 flat, 6 on 12, 2 morale check. So first guy, second guy, they're both broken. I guess technically they are going to be able to run away. There's not much they can do. Nothing else. Advanced fire, no routes. These guys are in a melee, so technically they do get the one free like move, like hex that they can get out of. That's it, really, for routes. I don't think anybody else is really affected. No. Okay. Advances. Okay, I have 3 chances here for an advance against this vehicle. If I don't get it, it might be game. So, conscript 1 gets it. Conscript 2 doesn't get it. So you're there now. CC. And because it's the advanced phase, there's no... yeah, this guy's pinned. Super pinned. Cool. So in CC, I needed a 2. I think I need a 2 no matter what. So yeah, nothing happens. There's no other advances. I guess technically you can just do this to block. Doesn't really matter, but it's something, I guess. So we'll go to turn 5 for the poles. It's probably the last turn. I can't imagine having anything else I can do. Weather, no change. Rallies and things. So self-rally, cool. Cool. He becomes a hero, and that's it, I think. Because he's... well, he'd be considered allied minor, I guess. And he was broken, but he was elite. So yeah, he's just heroic. I will get both squads back. Doesn't matter at all, really. But over here, 4-7. I don't get either, so they get shot. The conscripts are dead. And these guys go down a peg. The end comes off. Okay. That's it for rally. Prep fire. In the prep fire phase, 24 up 1. It's a morale check. He's for sure broken. I don't care about any rate or whatever. Stacking G1 is going to shoot at I1. It's a 12 flat, I believe. 6 on 12. Another 2 check. He's broken. Cool. This goes away. Blah. All right. That's pretty much all I can do for preps that I care to do. I mean, I could shoot with these guys, but it's inconsequential at this point. Movement phase. So in the movement phase, these motion counters will go away. Yeah. So I will spend 2, I believe, because I'm gonna have this guy go in, and this guy turns. So I believe that's for 2. As they do that, I'm going to attempt a machine gun shot versus the guy that turned, because no, that's still side shot. I think that's a hit. 7 will not kill. He doesn't have rate, so that's the machine gun done. I don't believe I can do a street fighting with the guys outside of the buildings. Street fighting feels to me like you can't just get street fighting if, you know, the woods and all that are on the opposite sides. Like, you should have to be in the building adjacent to them. Oh, it's also a building. It's not... For some reason, I was thinking woods counted too. So they don't. which means I'm not going into their hex, so they can't advance. So, yeah. 3. This guy turns. That's 3. And then I will attempt. I'm not sure if I can. Oh no, you can't because it's it would be considered to have firepower. So yeah, I think I get off board with 4. I don't think there's. I don't think these guys can interrupt because this isn't a building in J0, and that's not a building. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't expect a lot of the results, to be honest. Very interesting scenario. I don't really know what to say. If I was smarter, I would have done the setup differently. I think having units come in Q10 facing P9 is the optimal play. You get them to Q8, P7, P6. You know, you're hugging this area. You can just go straight if you wanted to have a straight line. Once you're in that straight line, you could turn again. You can get to Q2. You bypass it. You know what I mean? Like, you just get to R2 and then bypass, get into Q1, blah. Obviously, this area is a little bit harder because of street fighting. You'd have the eligibility, I guess, from P1 to R1. Versus here, like I2 is that last hex. You can't do it in I1. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I would consider my rolls lucky or not in today's game. I did get a lot of good CC rolls as the Russians, so I think that definitely colors the combat that occurred, because I kind of got in by the skin of my teeth. Conscript half squads that were rolling extremely well. Had the numbers been exchanged with the full squad, as an example, if the patsies hadn't been half as successful as they were, I think there's something to be said about just how lucky the defenders were in this scenario. But I'm not sure if I appreciate the scenario very much, if only because it does, like, realistically, it forces you to ignore a lot in order to just focus on the objective, which is the vehicles. In their defense, the infantry can do something against these tanks because the tanks don't have machine guns. And I think if it wasn't for that fact, I don't know if I would enjoy this scenario at all. Very middle of the road. I think the 6 that it has on the archive with 2 votes is probably where I would put this. Maybe a 7 if I'm being very charitable. Balance on this scenario, for anybody who's curious, Poles must control. The Bolshevik balance is that the Poles have to control building H1 or P1. So at least you have to push up with the infantry as well, or have units, survive. You can't just rush them and, not have anything happen. Or just, ignore anything that does happen. Polish balance is you remove 1 426 from the OOB of the Russians. I don't know how helpful that is. I don't think it really matters. Not having a 426 somewhere obviously hurts in some regard, but just how much it affects the scenario, I don't know. Hard to say. Either way, as an early war scenario, I think it kind of brings the issues that early war, or pre-war, I should say, scenarios have with vehicles, which is that no matter how fun they can be or how fun the potential they have, it really does strike a chord when you have tanks that just are seemingly unaffected by stuff. I think there's a good utilization of the map. If there's a positive to say, I think there's a great utilization of the map that forces street fighting, or at least like a lot of time loss for the Poles in order to do stuff. I think it sucks I think if there's anything that really sucks is that you have to use the road rate, or you can't use the road rate, sorry, as the FT-17s. So you're really kind of, you have to have two tanks come in from here at least. So you kind of have a path with them no matter what, especially considering all the extra movement from the brush. Um, and yeah, like you kind of, I guess I could have gone, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rather than turn 3 be there. So maybe there's something to be said about, you know, optimizing movement. Is there's some things that could have changed. But yeah, I think the only issue from the Polish side is that they don't have a way to generate smoke or, you know, be protected. So, you know, you can attack on the right side, but if something doesn't go your way, which is what happened, you know, you get a lot of breaks, and then you just can't push into the buildings, which is a problem because you have no cover. And on the west side, like, if the Russians or Bolsheviks are doing their job, they should be setting up an H1, H2 at the very least with, you know, 3 squads, 2, 3 squads for sure. So not each, at least just 2, 3 squads. So I think that's how I would look at it. Um, yeah. Anyways, I hope you all had fun. Like I said last time, should have a game on Saturday. We're gonna hopefully explore some new territory with some Norwegians or Danes, provided we don't play a 12-turn scenario, which Rutan, I really hope you don't pick that one. Anyways, we should be continuing regularly, or back to regularly scheduled stuff with Rob next week. Hopefully this time for sure. And I look forward to seeing people on Saturday and next Monday. Bye.